Same. I'm with
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Pineapple.
No, buddy.
The drawer sometimes. They're just having the time of my life.
Instagram pictures are together.
Oh my gosh.
Is that a Thundercat?
Technology.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Oh
Buddy.
no. We never doubted them.
Are you sure?
Yeah. What is up, everybody? Hello, I am Bob, the Rocket City Reseller, and you are watching Launchpad Reseller Podcast Season 2. I want to just welcome in everybody to the live, and we want to just talk to you about reselling, all the things reselling, moms who resell. That's the theme of our show today. So without further ado, I'm not even gonna introduce Ellie. We're gonna get right into it.
That's what we're here for.
Amy Pacheco. Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. We've been waiting for this one. We wanted to have you on. We were just talking backstage about your role in reselling, how that worked out for you. You know, what that journey's been like. We're going to get into all the things. But before we do that, I just want to remind people, if you're not subscribing and liking to the channel, be sure to do so. 9,000 of you watch this every week. And if it's just one, like every two, maybe every three were to subscribe and like, it would make a world of difference to us. So we would appreciate that. So without further ado, we'll get into it. So, Amy, mom,
Yes.
wife, reseller, all the things. How do you do it?
I don't know.
That's the answer. You just super mom powers.
I know. You're just capable of so much that you don't even know until you think about it. And you're like, wow.
Yeah, you'd be surprised what you can do when you either A1, love what you do, or
Yeah.
two, have no choice and you got to figure it out, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wise
Absolutely.
words already.
Bob, save it for the end.
I know, right? I always get ahead of myself in these things. So why don't you tell us a little bit before we get, because I got a burning questions, man. I got burning questions about where you are in the world, all the things. How about we start with that? Are full-time, part-time? Where are you in the world?
I would consider myself full-time, but I also create content. So it's kind of like I'm stretched in between two. So I feel like I'm part-time with content and I'm part-time reseller, but that is all I do. So I do consider myself full-time, but I'm kind of split into two.
Job number one, always. Mom.
Yes. Oh, of course. Yeah. And I was a caregiver
Husband,
too. So
whatever.
that was, yeah, job number one. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good stuff, yeah.
A lot of times with these types of things, we often discount the mom out of the role of the picture. That's what I've seen through content, and I wanted to have you on for that reason and other reasons, just to highlight what it's like to be a mom and do this, because I think there's a lot of moms out there that could use some extra funds, maybe for you know, summertime. It is summertime to just do cool things, maybe move the needle for their families regarding, you know, extra finances for groceries. Things are, you know, not exactly easy out there in regards to that. So that's another reason why we wanted to have you on.
I appreciate you bringing her on, because I feel, first of all, I love seeing another mom reseller. But you're also a content creator. So like double in. This is not easy. This is not for the faint of heart. I can hardly keep up with my content creation side. So
I know it is very difficult, and you do have to love reselling. And I think a lot of moms out there, they feel like they might have to be where somebody else is that's been at it for 20 years. And I think you have to make it work for how your life is, whether that may be how many kids you have, how busy you are. You still can have a successful business. Even if you did one listing a day, that's going to work for you in the long run. In my opinion, I mean, I don't list every day. I can't technically, I try, but that's just, I am very ambitious with my goals. So a lot of times I'll say, I want to list like 50 items a week or something, and people will do that daily. Well, in my life, that's not possible. So
Gosh, I love that you said that out loud. Thank you for saying that.
Slow
Yeah.
cat. Slow.
yeah.
Why? Well, because I'm not sure if you're watching Flipside,
hmm
but we stand next to some giants who are, and I love them, and I mean, it makes me want to list, like you said, I want to list 40 items a day, but
Yeah.
let's be honest.
That's not realistic.
Not
I mean,
gonna
it is to some, but they also have a crew, they have people
Yeah.
working for them. I'm
Yeah.
the only person doing it. So, when you have tons of people working for you, I mean, that's a doable number.
Yeah.
But realistically, I think a lot of moms think they have to be that way to be successful, and that's not the case.
You can make hundreds of dollars, and that's okay. Like I said, that was the point of this channel when we first started it, is to let people know whether you're making, you're 20 minutes into reselling or 20 years, your goals are okay. Whatever your goals are, those are okay. You are enough. You've done enough. That's the messaging of this podcast, because we want to make sure that people understand that if you can put up what you can put up a day or not, that's okay. So you have an eye for value, but before we get there, we're going to talk about Amy and how you got started. Maybe let's bring it back before reselling. What were you doing before you decided to be a mom and a reseller? Or was it
so I became a mom at 20. So my son's 22, and then I have 2 teenage daughters. So they're older now. And then I always had jobs around their schedule. I was always kind of like working part-time, like I was a school bus driver. And then I started a cleaning business, which was pretty successful. But then in 2020, obviously COVID, that kind of shook things up a little bit. But also my parents were declining at that point. So my husband and I bought my childhood home to care for them. So that kind of changed a lot. And then 2 years in, I had to shut down my business because my parents were diagnosed with Alzheimer's and I had to take care of them. There was nothing else I could do. So I couldn't handle business, being a mom, and being a caretaker. So I shut that down. And recently I was like, okay, life is getting expensive. My husband's doing the best he can. And I'm like, how can
Oh man, Amy, we're losing you.
Nope, am I back on? So that's kind of what happened. So in August of 2020.
Hang on a second, Amy. We lost video for you.
Oh, okay. I'm still seeing myself and you, but
Might have to have you jump out of and try to jump back in so we can get video back. Oh, StreamYard. It makes me want to look at Riverside.
I've heard of that. I wonder. We'll talk about that more.
We're going to talk about that on the flip side. So while we're waiting for Amy to get the tech, we'll go ahead and talk about how was your 4th of July? What was going on?
It was all right. It was all right. We didn't go out and do anything crazy because I had too many kids to keep track of in these fireworks. But we celebrated Hector's birthday on Sunday, so that was good. I hosted a bunch of 10-year-olds. Wait a minute.
Can you see me now?
Yay! What technology? We were just talking about Ellie's son's birthday while you were.
I can't hear you now.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! What's going on?
Can you boot the other one that's there, Bob?
Yeah. There we go.
How about now?
Can you hear us now?
Still nothing.
I'm going to do the same thing right now to her, so she'll get the idea that she needs to come back. Well, anyways, I'm glad that Hector. I'm assuming that he had a good birthday, and the 4th of July went well.
I smashed the cake. I dropped the cake.
Get the hell out.
I dropped the super cake.
Listen, was it an ice cream cake?
Had fun. No, he had fun, but literally everything that could go wrong that day went wrong.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay, yay. Let me telling Bob about this because this party, look, the kids had fun, okay? He turned 10, and so I had about 12 10-year-olds here. Forecast says it's going to stop raining at 12 o'clock. Forecast says it's going to stop raining at 2 o'clock is supposed to start the party. 2 o'clock, it's not supposed to rain for the rest of the evening. And at 2 o'clock, once we get all of this stuff out there, it's looking like it's clearing up. It starts raining. And the forecast says it's not going to stop raining until 4. So we bring everything back inside into my small 2-bedroom apartment
Oh my
where I
goodness.
love to host 12, 10-year-old kids.
Sounds like a logistics nightmare.
And then the dang little camping grill that I had to make the burgers, I couldn't get it to start.
Oh no.
So now I'm making them on the stove, and I have a smaller little stovetop grill. But of course, that takes longer.
Yeah.
And then I was telling Bob I dropped the cake.
His birthday cake? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I dropped the cake. I dropped it. And I was so angry. I had told everybody we're going to sing happy birthday. We're going to do the piñata. And then I dropped the cake and not everybody noticed. And I was like, well, let's go do the piñata. Throw the dang cake away. It was in the box, upside down, smashed. So we ended up serving it later on everybody's, request. Smash cake. So that was my weekend anyway. Happy
birthday to Hector. He's a real one anyways.
Yeah.
Hector's a very chill kid. I've had the pleasure of meeting him, so I'm sure he was fine with it.
Very nonchalant, yeah.
Dang. Have you ever been there, Amy? Where you dropped the cake?
Yeah, and well, maybe not drop the cake, but other scenarios, yeah.
I mean,
Where?
you gotta pivot. You gotta pivot just like reselling. You gotta pivot when things are not
Absolutely
going as planned. And just
you
like
know
this
what?
podcast.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Yeah.
You
Technical
gotta-
difficulties. Let's go.
Stuff happens.
Yes.
Definitely.
All right, let's try this again, Amy. Let's try this again. Okay, so
Okay.
husband's working.
Yeah.
You're taking care of people. You started a business, and there she goes
My
again.
story.
She's gone.
It doesn't want me to talk. I think that's the problem.
Is your phone locking?
Didn't
No,
this
I
happen
don't think
with
so.
Didn't this happen with oh my gosh. What's her name? She said there was a setting on her phone that kept locking the screen because she's
So
there.
nothing's locking,
like
but
a
it's like
power.
you're I'm 97%.
I don't think it's power. I think
I
it's a
love it.
setting on the phone. I think maybe we were messing with settings and
Yeah. Tech support live.
was it that picture setting? I wonder.
So you can't hear me right now?
We can hear you fine. We just
Yes,
can't see
You can't
it.
see me.
Right.
Which we're streaming on Spotify, Apple Music, and also
I can see myself. It's weird. Okay. Well, this is weird.
yeah.
Why is it doing this?
And also Amazon Music. So it's kind of ironic that we're talking about that because we can't see you, but neither can they. And we appreciate you all for following along on the podcast because it's pretty awesome podcast. If you're never not following on this one, and Amy, just go ahead and do what you did last time. If you can hear me, just go back out and come back in. So make sure you're following. It's not always this way. Trust me.
We do tend to have some technical difficulties sometimes.
I mean, I think I watched Sean's Fines. Oh, by the way, Sean's Fines new podcast. Make sure you're following our friend Sean's Fines show, new podcast he has over on YouTube. Make sure you're following that. So I just wanted to shout him out since we had a minute. But he was using Riverside for that, and I'm wondering if he's not a genius. Sean is a super genius. He might have this thing figured out. And after all these months, you would figure. All right.
Take 3.
Take 3.
Can you hear us?
I can.
Okay, good.
Hurry up and tell your story.
It's okay.
So I wonder if it has something, in all seriousness, that every time your phone goes into like a sleep mode,
It's something like that.
Do you have
So I
power?
don't. If nothing's happening when it's. I'm actually seeing myself when you're all saying that you're not seeing me. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Interesting. We're gonna try again. Good.
Yeah.
So start from the beginning, or did you guys hear any?
No,
of it?
no, we heard.
We left off
No need to-
around when you were saying, like Bob said before, life's getting expensive and your husband's doing what he can.
Yeah.
Right. So that's when I started like the reselling. Is like I always loved thrifting, and I just said, you know what, I'm going to try, and that's what happened in August of 2025. Is I started reselling, which is right before fourth quarter, so it was like great, and then it slowed down a bit. But I haven't even had a year so far as a reseller, so I'm still learning every day, and just kind of pushing through, taking it day by day.
Okay, so you said you were running a business before with your parents. when your parents got sick? What was that? Was that reselling too, or something else?
No, that was a cleaning business that I had
Oh,
started.
cleaning business. Okay,
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah, and then I shut it down because they became more ill and needed me more time.
Yeah,
So
okay.
right. So then I
Wow.
started. Yeah.
You have a lot of totes back there for 1 year, or not even a
I
full year.
do. Well, that's my death pile right there that I keep talking about that
That's
I
your
need to
money
get
mountain.
to.
I'm challenging all death pile comments. That's your money mountain.
Yes, and I have not gone thrifting or sourcing in like 4 weeks, and I'm gonna stick to another 2 because I have to get this crap. Like,
I love how she refers to it lovingly as crap. And
The
there she goes.
the tagline I referred to was
She
chaos and
bounced again.
yeah, yeah.
can you
But this-
see me? No,
Yeah.
I can see myself. This is just gonna drive me crazy.
Try to flip the camera around. Just curious.
Oh,
No,
like
we're
look around.
gonna live
You guys are
troubleshoot this
breaking
thing.
up too. Like I can hear you, but it's like staticky.
It's a little. We hear you a little staticky, but we
Wonder
did
if
it
it's your
before this.
internet.
Back camera.
We got this. We got this. Ooh,
that
Bob,
works.
look at Bob doing things. All right, we can see the light. Now we just need you to turn the phone. There you
Can
go.
you see me now?
Oh
So
yeah.
I just went to back and front, but that's weird. I don't know why it's shutting.
Now we know
off
though,
the-
but back and front. We can't see you anymore.
I'm so not a tech person at all.
You know, I've been in technology probably a good portion of my life. I'm actually a data scientist and software engineer. That's what I do for a living. And I do reselling for funsies. And
That's awesome.
podcasting is my passion. So but yeah, it's okay. We'll get through this one. And I think the value in which even if I can't see you, the words that you're about to say, I think are going to transcend. So let's talk about it. So you were an entrepreneur with your business, and you still are.
Yes.
So you had a cleaning business, so you knew how to run a business. So that probably helped you with reselling, maybe just a tad. I'm assuming.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah, I definitely did.
Cleaning house is and working with people. That's the trick, I think. Working with people, and you're gone again. Working with people is the trick to any business. And forward facing customer service is worse. I'd rather work with eBay. So I rather work with people through the internet. At least you don't have to see them right away. So
I'm sending her a screenshot of some instructions on how to. It's the camera sleep setting, whatever that means. There's some settings here.
I figured it might be that, but I'll die on that hill every day about being a forward-facing customer service for cleaning a house. I'd rather eBay all day, personally. Not that there's anything wrong with cleaning houses. It's important.
Listen, I did it while we wait for her to come back in here. I mirror a lot of what Amy's saying. Like, I was a bus driver for a year and a half. I didn't like the split schedule. I felt like I had to work twice a day, even though it was shorter times. And then I don't know, I didn't like the scheduling. And then I also I didn't have my own cleaning business, but I've done cleaning for others. I've cleaned houses.
Sorry about that, Maddie G's. Maddie G's in the comments.
Hey, friend. YouTube is it's not YouTube. It's like a setting on her camera, I think, and maybe something between that and StreamYard. Unfortunately, yeah. Hopefully, we get her back in here. I hope she sees my message here to fix those settings. I don't know if you can see me or hear me, Amy. But check your Instagram messages. That's where I sent it. So yeah, but yeah.
Can you see me now?
Oh yeah.
And
you're in the right landscape.
My laptop because I was with my iPhone. It's not the best. It's an older laptop, but hey.
Hey, we can see you. We can hear you. It works. Yeah. I was just telling Bob that our stories kind of mirror each other a little bit. I was a bus driver for about a year and a half. Yeah. Yeah. And that was when my first daughter she was young, maybe 3, maybe less. I'm not sure. I didn't enjoy the split schedule of bus driving. I drove kindergartners and first graders. I didn't mind the kids. I love kids, but I felt like I was going to work twice a day, and I don't like that, even though it wasn't long. But
yeah.
And then I didn't have a cleaning business, but I cleaned houses for a while. Yeah. So
Yeah.
just how we're mirroring each other here.
That is interesting how that happens.
Yeah, and look at where we landed.
I know.
Okay, but you're an everything seller, right?
I
And
am.
so
I
are
am.
videos. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because I started with everything at home. So I just figured, and then I was a caregiver. So I'm like, I can't really like be in one category. I have to like go one like thrift trip and like get what I can. Like that's kind of how I ended up being an everything seller.
Okay, so you gathered a bunch of stuff at home, which is the recommendation for many of, people who are trying to help others resell. That's the recommendation. Grab a bunch of stuff from home that you need or want. So that's a good place to start. When did it go from...
When do you step into the thrift store? That's what Ellie wants to know.
Yeah, when you start spending money on, going crazy with all those bins and stuff. I know that you also get some stuff free, though. At least
I get a lot free. I have a lot of amazing family and friends that just kind of call me up, be like, "Hey, listen, I'm going to donate this. Do you want it?" And I'm like, "Sure." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll pick it up." So usually, I do get a lot for free. Yeah.
Yeah, but it gets out of hand quick. Ask me how I know.
Yeah.
It
And there's like bins behind this. This is like inventory, like already like kind of listed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So marketplaces, you talk about a lot Facebook Marketplace, quite a bit.
I pick up a lot. I don't like selling on Marketplace, honestly. Okay. I don't have the time for people who like ghost you. I just don't. It's
tough on the streets, man. It really is. The Facebook like scene is rough. Ellie does a lot of Facebook stuff as well.
I do, especially when I want to get rid of stuff in bulk because I have a lot of stuff. But Facebook a couple years ago started doing shipping as well, and I started doing that. But they recently pulled the label situation, so I think that you can still ship with shipping, but you have to get your own labels. I think I haven't even shipped anything lately. There, but
I know for a while it was fire, but so sourcing for Facebook, you're getting stuff from family and friends. That's exciting. You're circa August 2025 is when you started, so not necessarily a year yet. We were talking off scene, just so you know, guys, content creation comes flawlessly to this young lady because I was telling her that she has quadruple our viewership, and this podcast has been on for about a year now. Well, actually, about 7 months now. Yeah. So I want to just say for the record, that's pretty good. Like I said, I'm a data scientist, software engineer, so I look at numbers all the time. I went back to your channel, I looked. And that speaks volumes to your niche and who you're speaking to through your social media. So all you moms out there showing up for Amy every day, she appreciates you, I'm sure. So
absolutely.
That's just wild. And I enjoy that type of part of reselling that everybody hates. We've talked about it a million times on this podcast, but I just wanted to make sure that you understand the value of what you're saying and what you're doing, because that's important. And your community should know that too, because you guys are powerful out there. So I wanted to make sure that you guys
supporting moms, and I mean, if you can tap into it, that's amazing. I love it. I love to see another mom reseller in the game out there kind of doing what I'm trying to do. So I am a new follower. So I mean,
yeah, I just like to be authentic and try to be like real. Like, yes, I sold this thing for $3.50. Like that happens sometimes. Like I just like to be honest and just show them the real like ups and downs of reselling, and I'm like I think I'm on 4 platforms. I don't even know. Social media. I'm not monetized on many. I'm just Facebook, but so I tend to like focus more on Facebook because it just fits my lifestyle really. I mean, because I post a lot, not just videos, but.
So Facebook and YouTube, they're all Meta owned, which is fine. It is what it is, but they are different audiences. They really are. People go to YouTube to learn or be entertained, right?
Right.
And then Facebook is more so like you can get into the nitty gritty about like reels, how you do something, maybe, maybe the how and the where and the why, on Facebook. So I've been content creating, I think, seriously since January. And Ellie was long before that. I don't know if I can give any sage advice on it. It just seems random to me. I don't know. I guess it's what it is maybe the authenticity, like you were speaking to, helps with that.
It
So
is. I feel
what are your
like
thoughts?
you have to keep consistent, I think. You know, like my Facebook was hacked in July, so like last year, and I could not get it back. I was like, somebody went on my Instagram and like created a profile, and I don't even know what they like uploaded, but it like locked all my accounts. Could not get it back. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna start over. And I feel like it just takes time to like you have to show up. Like I think I was maybe like November, it was like, oh, she's like not a robot, she's real. And it started pushing my content out. And from there on, I think it just grew, and then it kind of like grows, and then it slows down, and then it grows and it slows down, you know, but I can't like focus 100% on content. So I feel like I kind of have that whole saying like, rob Peter to pay Paul. I kind of do that with both. Like it's like I'm like focusing on social media this week, and then reselling kind of takes a backseat. And then next week I'm like, okay, I'm listing a whole bunch, and then social media takes a backseat.
I don't think I've ever felt more heard.
See, this is what I wanted you guys to meet.
I don't really have a good routine for it. I'm just kind of like, that's kind of what happens. I just kind of focus on one, and then
So I have ADHD. When I hyper focus on one, there's no like, there's no scheduling. It's one or the other.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, and then when like they send like bonuses out, and I'm like, okay, I have to get so many videos out to get that bonus. So then I'm focusing on that, and then, you know.
So I'm getting a little bit of a taste of, and I'm sure my mom's listening, caretaking. She's very young, but she recently had a stroke. And so
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, thankfully she's okay. And they're kind of doing all kind of intensive testing, but even just, even like just a little taste in 1 month, I think gotten to see what that might look like in the future. And, you know, she can still do for herself for the most part, but she's a little weaker, and there she is.
Hey, Tiny Toys is in chat.
Tiny Toys is my mom. So like we actually went thrifting today, and she I know she gets exhausted walking around, but it's good for her. So last week we're in the hospital, so I feel like I've gotten a little taste of balancing that and kids and trying to do business, and something always takes a back seat. So I haven't posted. I don't think I've posted anything really lately.
It's hard, and then you get hard on yourself. Like you're supposed to be able to do it, and
I know
it's just real. You know, we have to
do it all.
You have to understand, like what I said earlier, understand that you are enough and you've done enough. Once you realize that, life becomes exponentially easier. The hardest thing I'm my worst critic as well.
Oh,
so I really am. And I think that just transcends humanity. It's just, I think we all can be, especially when we're driven, right? So most people that do this, because you have to be disciplined, you have to be driven to be a reseller. I think most people feel that do this, I want to say. So I don't think you're necessarily alone. And there's a lot of people out there that probably have to hear this message, right? So it's important that we're talking about it, because you really, 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 really need to give yourself grace, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. I am. But
Speaking
it's
of,
easier said than done, though.
Well, I mean, yeah. Speaking of grace, you broke off last time when I asked you an important question. Where are you in the world?
Like, where am I, like, with reselling?
Like, no. Like, where are you, like, in the States? Like, which state are you in?
Oh, I'm in Massachusetts.
Okay.
There it is. All right. So you're in Massachusetts. I would say, you know, I've lived there many years.
You did?
Actually, yeah, I'm from Connecticut, actually. Originally, I live in the deep South now. I'm Huntsville, Alabama, but I was born and raised in New Haven, Connecticut. So I lived in Nashville. Sorry, not Nashville. Nashua, New Hampshire, and I lived in Haverhill. I lived in Haverhill, and I lived in Lowell. So, yeah, I know. We're talking years, like an entire decade. So,
yeah,
I'm familiar with the scene. Why don't you tell people what the scene is like there, thrifting? Because I never did that when I was living there. So, what's the scene like there?
I feel like there's a lot of vintage items. Like you really can find a lot of great items. I mean, there's a lot of great board games because they had like the factories were here back in the day. So there's a lot of, like Milton and Bradley and stuff. I think they're out of like Springfield. I think they were in Massachusetts. So a lot of board games I'll find. There is a lot of vintage items. Some things can be a little pricey when it comes to thrift stores, but overall, I feel like I can find a lot of items. I don't know. I feel like
Because when I think of that area, because
Mhm.
being from there, I think
Mhm.
about generational homes. There's a lot of
Yeah.
that up there because obviously the 13 original colonies.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's old as America,
Yeah.
right? Old. So you think about 100-year-old house is nothing for that area. So generational homes are a thing. So that makes
Oh,
there's
yeah.
generational stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So
The
that
boomers.
explains all
Yeah.
those tips,
They
maybe.
have everything. Tons of stuff. I feel like I do
Yeah.
feel like the thrift stores are just overloaded here. I don't know. I hear other people saying that they're kind of don't have a lot of things at their thrift stores, but here I feel like there's too much.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's kind of makes me wonder, do you guys have a bins up there?
We
Like
have one in Boston, I think, and then there's one in Rhode Island, which is like 30 minutes away from me.
so you're further to the coast.
Yeah, they're not too close to me. I don't really care for the bins too much, but I have to force myself to go, to be honest with you.
That was going to be my next question because Ellie and I source quite a bit in Nashville, Tennessee.
Mhm.
So we've sourced plenty of times together, and we're very blessed to have that. I was just curious what that might look like for you.
Yeah, I mean, we have like a Salvation Army around here. Like it's actually in Rhode Island, but they have bins there. I like that one a little bit better because it's not as overwhelming. I don't know. I feel overwhelmed at the bins. I don't know why. I feel like I'm definitely not going to fight anybody for any items. Like you want that, whatever that is, you can have it. Like I'm good. I'll go over there. Like I have no, like I will not line up for those new bins that come out. No way. I'm like, nope, I'm good. I'm not fighting for a spot. I'll just casually look at the other bins that nobody else is looking at.
I'm the same way. I'm digging to the bottom, and people are like, "What are you doing? The new bin just came out." Meanwhile, I'm pulling out like
Amanda's
all kinds of
like,
greatness.
come.
Yeah, my wife is like, "Get your ass over here!" Okay. Get it up.
Well, listen,
I'm
Bob's
just like,
a Jolly Giant, so he doesn't have to
yeah,
like
I'm
push
6'5". You can't miss me.
claw machine in there. Like
That's awesome.
you see something.
Yeah, I can reach across the second bin on the other side. I'm so
Oh,
big. So which
that's
is
a
super
great
helpful.
benefit.
Yeah. Come on, get in here.
Meanwhile, my wife is 5'2", and she's just like, I can't reach. Can you get that? So
Yeah.
but we get to do this thing together, her and I, which brings me to a good point. How does your husband feel about this?
Oh, he loves doing it. Like when we go out sourcing, he loves coming with me. Like I would love to like retire him one day and like have him come on full time.
Yeah,
Future goals, but for now I'm taking it day by day and trying to get there. But he loves to go. We'll like do a thrifting day, which is also content. Like I'll make a whole bunch of content that day, and then we'll, he's usually pretty good. Like he'll find a lot of things, but he like beats me to it. Like if I'm going down like the board bank aisle, he's like, "Oh, look at this." I was like, "I'm heading that way." Like, what are you talking about? I would have found that,
Yeah.
He's like, "You better give me credit on those videos." I'm like, all right.
He must have been an only child. I always give my wife a hard time. She's like, you better give me credit for all that. I mean, if it wasn't for her, quite honestly, she does a better share of what reselling is. I do a lot of the content and logistics stuff.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, she's also very much like y'all. She's a mom. She resells. She does this full time. So you guys would have a lot in common. So, what's your husband doing for work? Just curious.
He is a professional driver. He works for a septic company.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Man, those guys make a ton of money.
They do. I know. So I have to make a lot to retire him. So
yeah. That's I'm in the same boat. That's awesome. So he loves the thrift. What about the kids?
They like it too. They like going. I mean, my girls are like 17 and 16, so they're a little less patient, but they do like going. They're like sometimes they're like, "Oh, but you're gonna like take forever." I'm like, "I'll just take an hour." They're like, "Yeah, I know." Like
an hour.
I know. They're like an hour. I'm like, "You can look at the clothes and everything," but they do like coming once in a while. But a lot of times they're like, "No, we're good." My son's pretty good. He's 22. He doesn't mind. He's fine. He loves to come too when he has time.
That's good.
Yeah.
The fact that they can find value in thrifted things now mean, when I was a kid, it was like a stigma to it.
Oh,
like
it sure
you
was.
caught dead in a thrift store. You were just like, you wished you were dead.
Yeah, no, you wanted everything new. I get that. Same here.
Yeah. So now there's value in the thrift, and people are making it. And I think they were making a ton back then as well. It was just a different animal. So eBay's been around for a long, long time. When did you start your eBay? Was it around the same time you started thrifting, or were you?
I had an account. No, well, I started eBay in August, and then I think it was probably like 2 months in. So let's say October, I started Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, and then Etsy. I just started like 2 months ago.
I love it. So are we cross listing then?
Oh yeah, I use Vendoo for sure.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So early on, actually,
I started off on Vendoo, but I've recently switched to Nifty.
See, I tried Nifty and I had a hard time, but I don't know. Maybe I was doing something wrong. I mean, I know they all have their issues, and I'm honest about that, but no one's going to be perfect. It's just, but.
Yeah, so Vendoo for us, 2 years we used it, and it at the time we were using it, it did triple our business. It made it quite easy to cross list. There are a lot of things that you can do on Vendoo, like they support Shopify. For a while, we had our own toy store through Instagram and Facebook, where you could actually buy toys from us through there. Not a lot of people know that because it didn't really take off, and I refocused everything down on eBay at the time because it was doing better. Yeah, it's hard to build your own thing outside the platforms. So
yes, for sure.
So people always say, eBay this, eBay that fees, but really, when you think about how it is to grow an actual business, it's tough, man, to do it on your own. So,
yeah, I mean, we're paying for that audience that they have, so
yeah, millions of users.
For sure.
Speaking for paying for stuff, you said prices in your area are expensive. How does that transcend into your business, do you think? Do you have to pass that? I'm assuming you're passing that to the buyer, but margin smaller?
Sometimes I'll usually pass on items that, the thrift stores will have so high. Like I have like these dishes I've been selling that I picked up off of Facebook Marketplace for $60. It was like $105. But if I was to be at a thrift store, I'd walk by them because the price that they're pricing it at and how much I would make at the end of the day, it's not worth it. I usually pass by them. So a lot of people will see it and I'm like, no. Like if you can get it cheap, do it. But if not, just leave it behind. It's not worth reselling. So I do pass by a lot because prices can be very high around here in certain areas. I don't know. I don't know how they price their items. Like some stores I know, like the blankets are really priced good here, but like their houseware stuff is like really high. I don't understand. Like every thrift store, like I can walk in and I know what's priced low and what's priced high, and I usually kind of go to that.
So when you first walk into a thrift store, we're gonna do a day in the life of Amy. Okay. We're gonna start at the thrift store because why not? Right. So you're walking in, where are you going to immediately? What's that look like?
Usually I start with like the dishes and things like that. I love to look at those and I love selling that. So usually I go there, and then I depend on where I am. I usually just have my around. So usually it's the dishes, and then sometimes blankets will be over there, and I just kind of go around, and then I go to toys. I hate clothes, so I try to stay away from that. And then I go to like board games, and maybe sometimes I take a look at purses, but and maybe shoes, but I typically do not like buying clothes unless it's like the Goodwill bins or something. I find that the thrift stores in my area, the prices are just insane. And I'm not really that like, I don't like know much about clothing. So for me to sit there and go through everything, I don't waste my time.
Yeah.
So Ellie goes right for the toys. I go right for the toys because we're niche down toy resellers.
Yeah, right.
I envy everything reseller only because when you are short on time, like you mentioned, that's not a bad thing to be, right? Because you're just going there looking for value at that point, which is what we all do. But
yeah, absolutely.
You have a broader spectrum of like what can be. Have you noticed trends in value for different things, like things that people are trending right now that are selling well?
Oh yeah, for sure. When it comes to like dishes, like Heartland International is like a huge one right now. If you can come across that, I mean, they sell for great money. Those like 90s dishes from like, I think it was like JC Penney or something that used to sell them. Those are really hot. Anything like geese and ducks and stuff like that. People love that stuff right now. And then like board games, of course, the vintage ones, those always, not all, but most of them, you know, they do sell for good money. Sometimes I do like, you know, the wall art too, if there's some that, some religious ones that are really hot right now. Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of, and a lot of times I'm like looking up something that I don't even know. I just kind of caught my eye and I'm like, oh, wow, that really sells for good money. And I kind of check comps on it.
Well, I was going to mention this earlier when we were having the technical issues, the eye for value, right? Mm-hmm. That doesn't come naturally. So where is that coming from? Like your past somewhere along the way, something that just naturally comes to you? I was just curious what that looks like.
Probably from just like, I don't think it comes natural. I mean, I do know like, you know, Pyrex dishes. I think everybody knows, like so many people love those. Jelly cats for like stuffed animals. I know that's a big one. There's certain things I already know, but a lot of times it's just something that maybe unique catches my eye, something that doesn't look normal to like every other person. I'll like look it up, but I'm still learning on that. I kind of like, you know, I try to like not use my phone all the time and kind of trust my judgment. I do use my phone, but like I try to kind of like, okay, well, sometimes the Wi-Fi is like very limited at stores, but I do try to look at everything and just kind of use, you know, I don't know.
Intuition, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe just a tad, because we've spoken to a lot of people that do this over the past year or just about year. And it's usually the same thing. It's like once you put your phone down, it's trust yourself a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I think people get sometimes hung up on what a sold comp might be.
Yeah.
Trust that you're, especially as you go along and do it, and you get better at that over time, I'm sure. But I think that there is something to that. Like there's an intuition in regards to quality. I think most people understand what quality is. So when you pick something up, you can almost feel it. Like when I pick up a plush for us, I can almost, I don't have to look at it, right? As soon as I touch it, I can tell it's different.
Yeah.
Right?
You know, it's not from like the claw machine.
Right. Exactly. I know that's not one of those fair things like where you know, hit the balloon and you're next thing off running. But yeah, so for us, I think it's the same. So that makes sense. Makes sense. So we're going to switch gears a little bit. How do you deal with sourcing burnout? Do you ever receive burnout, like in regards to the reselling thing?
So I have not been burned out yet, but I haven't even been doing this a year. So I absolutely love sourcing. I love thrifting. I love the hunt. So I have not gotten there yet. I'm sure it will happen because I feel like a lot of resellers talk about that, but it has not happened to me yet. So I can't wait to like thrift.
Sourcing burnout, Bob, is that a thing? Because I could go to the bins all the time. I think it's the other end.
I have sourcing burnout.
Do you? Really? I don't know that I've experienced that myself. I love sourcing.
We also have 10,000 item store. So it's like
I do too. I just have to get it listed.
Yeah, I know, right? So for me, I think what it is maybe because I'm working full time. Maybe I'm just speculating now. So obviously that might make a difference in my opinion. Part-time reselling and full-time reselling are two different things for sure. But burnout in general, do you have a plan for that? Like, do you have a hobby or something else that you do besides this?
I'm hoping because I'm an everything seller that I don't get burnt out. So that I just, you know, I'll have a new category that I can just kind of get into. I love learning. So I know for me, if I had one category, I think that would bother me because I know I need to keep learning. I need to kind of, I need to be engaged. And if I already know everything about that category, I think I'd be bored for me.
Yeah.
So
I think maybe that might be what it is.
Because that sounds like it's speaking to all my ADHD things. Like
you guys are sisters and you even know it.
Bored of things, and so like I have niched down to toys, but there's so many subcategories.
Yeah, there's so many toys though. Yeah.
So yeah, and they're fun. So
yeah,
I found a Coraline doll today. Like,
Ooh,
you don't find that in the wild.
no,
No,
you
you
don't.
don't.
So that was awesome. Although I don't know if my daughter's gonna let me sell it. She really loved
Oh,
growing up. She's about to be 15, and she loved that movie.
that's not. Did you find it at like a thrift store?
Yeah, I found it at Goodwill, just sitting on the shelf. I
yeah.
was like,
Oh
They
my
can't catch everything, y'all.
yeah.
wow, that's awesome.
Excited. And my glasses were dead, Bob.
Oh, Ellie, you're killing me.
I know.
Ellie has meta glasses.
Yeah, but they're I put my prescription in them, so they die faster because I wear them, and then the Bluetooth kicks in and everything. So they're amazing.
Yeah. Mm.
That's
How do
awesome.
you record your content? Is it your phone, Amy?
It is my phone. It's just
Okay.
my iPhone. That's
Yeah, no, that's perfect.
yeah.
That's
That was doing
exactly.
some time earlier. So
Yeah, I mean that's okay. I was just curious, like, because content creation, we'll go back to it just for a second. Like the meta glasses have made a big difference in content for us, but because I feel weird about taking out my phone. Do you ever get that in the thrift store about recording? Or is it just me?
Maybe. No, I don't. At first I did. I really try to be respectful. Like if there's people there, I'm like, I really try to be like, wait for them to go. Like I really try to be very respectful. I don't want to ruin anybody's like thrift experience. So I don't find it weird anymore. I think in the beginning I used to, but I got over that. It doesn't bother me. And it's usually just a quick clip of me like putting it in the carriage, really.
Yeah. I think it might be different at the bins though, because there was such a stigma at the bins that people weren't supposed to be recording, at least still. And then like I think I wore a GoPro in before the meta glasses. I wore a GoPro in a couple times, and like people would jump on me. Hey, she's got a GoPro. Like, they would snitch, and then corporate came through and said it's okay, people can record. But I think that the meta glasses have helped with that, like
Made it easier.
nobody's paying attention that closely usually. Nobody, I know it flashes, but most people don't notice it.
Yeah, that's awesome. The bins would be hard to record because as you're trying to dig through, and I usually don't record.
I have like a necklace that's a magnet or whatever, so that's what I would wear, or I would put it on my wrist so that as we were digging, like you could kind of see.
Yeah,
people seeing the camera.
So what's great about interviewing someone so new to it, you get a outside perspective, and you might not be new to thrifting, but for reselling purposes,
absolutely.
So I think it's unique in that regard, and you've built quite the following, I think, so far, because you haven't been doing this that very long. When did you start social media?
I started in May of 2025.
Oh, you're doing great.
But I was kind of all over the place, though. I was like making dog food and recipes, and I'd take you along thrifting. And then finally I was like, well, the algorithm does not like that. It definitely wants you to kind of pick something and go with it. So I think it was about October that I was like, all right, I'm going to just stick to like reselling and like what sold videos and kind of just keep it like that. And that's helped. I'm trying to slip in recipes back in because I really do like cooking, but we're going to start like a vintage recipe series, but bring that back in.
That's a slam dunk.
Yeah.
I always need food ideas. Isn't that the daily?
Yeah. I don't know if these recipes are going to be it because they're from like, the 50s, 1800s and stuff like that, but we'll see.
Listen,
we're going to try.
I mean, it worked back then, right? We'll see how I'm in. I was in before, but now I'm even extra in.
Yeah.
So you're going to be cooking things.
Yeah.
So you mentioned your dogs. They're your pals during the day when you're listing and doing things. How many dogs do you have?
I have two.
Two
dogs.
Yeah, I think it's important to have a companion sometimes doing this. It can get lonely.
It can. I'm not lonely. I have, too much going on with the kids and everything, but
yeah.
I was going to say lonely.
Ellie's like,
one day. I mean, I don't know.
Have two dogs, so it's a full house.
I think as moms, we want to be lonely sometimes.
I know, right? Like lonely. I wish I knew what that felt like.
Yeah, right?
I'll miss it. I'll miss it when they're gone.
We will, but
yeah. So it's kind of interesting how life is that way sometimes. Sometimes it's just a matter of like the days are long, but the years are fast.
Yeah, they are. Mm-hmm.
So I find that, and when my children were small, they're all adults now. Well, our youngest is running off to college in about a month. So we'll be empty nesters officially next month ish. So
Wow.
he's totally not out the house yet, but
Mhm.
he'll be gone more. So that's going to be interesting. So for us, we have 2 dogs, and they're extra.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They've got personality, that's for sure.
They got personality for sure. So it's good that you have like companionship in that regard. So husband comes home from work. What's that look like? Is he helping you with the business, or is he relaxing, trying to get ready for the next day, helping you with the kids?
Yeah, I mean, he works a lot. I mean, the kids don't really need any help. They're, 16,
Yeah.
17.
No, I mean,
but
my 17-year-old could use some help.
yeah, well, she's really good. So no. He works a lot because, he
Yeah.
works between like 60 plus hours a week. So honestly, when he gets home, I'm like, sometimes he gets home at 7:30 and he's up next day at like 3 a.m. to get out. So yeah, so I don't really ask a lot of him during the week because he needs to
Yeah.
rest. He's driving and it's important that he's not super tired.
Does he have does he ask you like when he gets home from work, like, do you need it? Like, is he that guy? Do you need anything before?
Yeah, sure, he does.
Yeah, I was just curious, like, because for me,
Yeah.
sometimes like when I'm done with work, I'm done with reselling. There's days where I have that, and I'm gonna self admit, when I'm done with everything.
Yeah, like he'll fix things for me. Like right now, he's gonna like I hate clothing because I don't have the right setup, and I don't really have a lot of space. Like I have this behind me, and then I have a closet like in the other room that has more totes and storage of like inventory. But I don't know exactly what I'm doing. But I was like, you know what? Let's just make a board so that I can put like a sheet, and then like attach some like lights so that I can take pictures of clothing. So I can make this setup a lot easier. I hate it because I don't have the proper setup. So he's going to actually he bought like this thick styrofoam because he's like, you can't pick up like this big board. Like you're going to be moving it around. He's like, let's just get styrofoam. And he's going to cut it for me. And hopefully I'll have the better setup so that this right here is like clothes. I hate clothes, but it's just because I don't have the right setup. So hopefully with the right setup, I can get I probably have like 300 pieces of clothes behind me that need to get listed.
Is it vintage or modern?
So a lot of the stuff was given to me, like new with tags, things that, people were like, I don't want it. I was going to donate it. And some of it is vintage that I picked up.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
There's
And
so much
I know
value
it
in
will
that. Yeah.
But
well, shout out to hubby for helping because
he always, things like that, he'll like do big projects or, he's always, or like he's helping like fixing a hurricane lamp that I'll like thrift and I'm like, it doesn't work. And he's like, all right, I'll look at it. So he does help me in that way. But as far as like most of the business, it's me. And whatever doesn't get done, it doesn't get done. It's okay.
So do you think if he didn't work so much that he would invest more in doing that with you? He enjoys this side of it too, like
he does. Yeah, he's waiting for the days. He's like, I'm waiting for you to retire,
My husband jokes like that too, and I'm like, listen, I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna predict something for you. So I'm gonna predict that the 2026, by the end of this year, you're gonna have a hell of a following because I think what I'm seeing in your and I can only see so far into your numbers from the outside.
Yeah.
But from what I can see, the algorithm on YouTube, it specifically is pushing you very hard. Sounds like you've had a lot of success on Facebook. I'm going to guarantee by the end of the year, you're going to be monetized on Facebook. I have a feeling if you keep consistent.
I already am monetized on there.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
YouTube, though. I mean, I am so far to be monetized on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. YouTube is
my gosh.
Grind. Is an absolute grind.
I'm like, I'm going to be like 80 years old trying to get monetized on YouTube.
I have a feeling. I have a theory about YouTube. I have a theory. So my theory is they're going to make you, regardless of how good your content is, wait a year, and they're gonna direct traffic elsewhere until you prove yourself that you can show up for them consistently for a year, and then once you reach that year mark, I think that's when it's going to happen. That's my prediction. Now we're very close.
Some people are monetizing like quick, and I'm like, how the heck are you guys doing it? But I mean, we are a smaller niche, so.
Exactly. I mean, I know like I have the 1,000 followers or whatever it says, but it's the views and like the watch time. But I'm doing a whole bunch of shorts, so it's kind of like that watch time's going to take
like 3 million. I think it's 3
yeah.
million.
I'm like on that bar. I'm like a little speck, you know. But on Facebook, they monetize me at like 1,000 followers.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah, like last month, I think I did a whole bunch of challenges. I mean, the payout for me, and I don't hide anything, so I think it's like $530 that from last month. And I was like, hey,
yeah,
I was like, hey, that's awesome. Like for I'll take it.
Yeah, definitely. So social media is important for anybody doing this in business. Not that you have to get monetized and all that other stuff. That's not what we're talking about. We were talking about this on the flip side. I think if you're a business owner, why not use a lever like Gary Vee? I don't know if you're familiar with Gary Vee, says the same thing. If you have a business, you might as well go in front of the camera, introduce yourself to your potential customer, grab another customer for your business. It's just smart. It's free. When I'm going to do air quotes, free to use social media because there are paywalls, but why not do that? And this is just an extension of that. But since we're here and we're doing the work anyway, why not video and document the process, which leads to now split decision, right? So am I a reseller who is a content creator? Am I a content creator who is a reseller? Or is there that fine line? That's something that I often struggle with. I would say my wife is the true reseller.
I think that reselling can be a little different, but I think that should have media, right? They should media, whatever, put up those videos, all of it, share the process, share what you're doing, because
I'm learning about Thomas the Train from Amy.
They're so awesome. I know. I'm like, if I didn't get rid of like my son's trains, oh my goodness, he had like every single one.
Wow.
So Amy influenced me. I was at the thrift store and my wife picked up a big bag of Thomas and she's like, "You want these?" I was just like, "Yes." Normally it would
sound really good. I mean,
normally it would have been like, "No, I'm good."
No, they sell like awesome, but Thomas and Percy, no, because I think every kid had those. It's those oddball ones, and not so much the die-cast ones, but the Trackmaster series. Those are great. I mean,
the wooden ones.
Yeah, the wooden ones too. Those are really good too. And I learned recently how to fix them because I had a whole like box that was like for my husband to like work on, but he hasn't been able to. And I don't know what made me like do this, but I was like going through some trains I picked up on Facebook Marketplace and putting the battery in. And I'm like, oh, it won't work. And I like slammed it, like for whatever reason, I just like banged it. And all of a sudden it was like, and I was like, oh my goodness, that's all you have to do. So then I grabbed like the box that I had given to my husband. He was like, oh, I'll try to get to it. Like summer's really busy for him. So he's like, maybe like in wintertime. I'm like, no, there's a lot of good ones in there. So I went through them and I was like, bang, bang. And it was like, they all turned on, and there was some that I banged so hard, like all the dust came out. I was like, you're dead. Like, you're not working. But like, I was like amazed. Like I fixed all these trains and there was like some really valuable ones that were like $75. I'm like,
love it.
Yeah. And I just like banged it a couple times and there it went.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Necessity is the mother of invention, as they say.
I don't know what possessed me to bang my husband was
frustration.
Like, oh, yeah. I guess. And my husband's like, yeah, that's right. The motor must have been locked. And I'm like, well, you didn't do it.
That makes so much. So I homeschool and I did a little robotics class with my kids where we were like building robots. And so, the little motors are pretty small. I guess it makes sense that it can get seized up or whatever. That's funny. I wouldn't have thought that.
And even the broken ones have value. I mean, I sold a whole bunch that were broken and I mean, I know they're not working, I did the whole, I mean, somebody would have to really like get in there and fix it. And they sold for like $30. I mean, there was probably like 9 of them.
Nice.
So there's a market for broken ones too.
Yeah. Broken toys still sell and also pieces and parts.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially when you're a collector, because then you're probably, if you're that niche down into something collecting, you're going to want to fix it, or you're looking for that one weapon that goes with that action figure or whatever the case is. So I think there's value in that for sure.
More than the action figure.
Yeah. let's hope they weren't trying to do my trick, because those trains did not work. So they need much more fixing than just banging it a couple times.
Good old smash. So before we talk about the future or what that looks like for you, will you do a thing called a call out on the podcast where we ask the person, I guess, who they would like to see on Launchpad Reseller podcast. So now is your chance, Amy. Who would you like to see on Launchpad Reseller podcast?
Let me think about this. I think it's called Chasing Treasures. I think that's her name, like her maybe.
Chasing Treasures.
I think so.
If not, we'll get it after. We'll figure it out.
I'm thinking of it because I'm like, I'm so bad with like names, but I think she's new to like making content. She's a reseller. She's in New Hampshire.
Okay, Chasing Treasures. You've been called out on Launchpad Reseller Podcast. What say you? Hopefully we get you on here. I love when we talk reselling and all the things. So I love it when we're talking to people that are newer to it as well, because it gives us perspective, I think, because it's been only 4 years for us. Actually, this coming October will be 4 years, I believe. Ellie, how long have you been doing this?
2018, 2019, more or less.
Yeah. So, and during the flip side, I mean, we have people on the flip side that have been doing it for 20 plus years. So it's always good to get a new, fresh perspective in reselling. So we appreciate your outlook.
They can still start any day. Like, jump in.
It's never too late. There's always room at the table when reselling. There's always someone's unique perspective and something that you have that is your superpower, for lack of a better word. There's something that like you have drawn to plates and home decor.
Yeah.
There's something like, for me, it's anything, electronic or technology wise. I have a natural course to go towards that stuff. I don't sell it, but I always look at it. So I think everybody has a superpower for sure. So for the future, what does the future look like for Amy? What does like short term, long term? Let's talk about it.
Future is, I would love to continue growing this business, and also content wise too, grow that platforms, but I would love to get into like storage units. I would love to stop by, and that's the whole everything seller. I could totally do that, but I would have to get my husband on board to do that. But meaning him not working maybe, but that would be the future, is to start doing that and retire my husband, bring him on full time, and just kind of like, I feel bad that he works as many hours as he does, and he works really hard. So not that you don't work hard for yourself, of course you do, but it's a different.
Probably work harder, honestly, but
absolutely.
It's okay. But it doesn't feel like it. It's always the same story.
Right. Yes, exactly. It's a different type of working hard. You're working for yourself, and even though you work all day, it just doesn't feel like it.
Yeah, I think part of that is because you're building your own dream instead of building someone else's dream. Yeah, we've talked about it many times on this podcast. And I think that's why it feels that way, because I can easily, if I'm on vacation mode, put as many hours as I can into this and be okay. As soon as I have to work that 9 to 5, it's just like, oh God.
It's draining. Like, it
is.
I've worked corporate jobs too, and it's just like in the cubicle, and I don't know. I'd be so exhausted. I'm like, I literally sat down at the computer all day, but exhausted.
Yeah. So future date, retire, hubby, get him on board. Grow your social media presence. Anything you want to say to your social media presence, since we have the stage? I'm going to make you big, and I'm going to give you the floor to be able to speak to your audience.
I just want to say thank you all for supporting me and following me on this crazy journey of mine. And I appreciate all the love and support that I get from all of you. I try to read all the comments and reply, and I hope to influence anybody who wants to do this. And just, I love you all.
Yes. Love you all. And I can tell just from watching your content, you truly have a passion for it, because it transcends the camera, just so you know. Yeah. Which is one of the things that when I first started actually following you on YouTube first. So which is, just so you know, that's good, because a lot of times, even with the biggest resellers, there's people who've had millions of followers, and I never see them. I never see their content.
Yeah.
So just know that that's working for you. So
Yeah.
keep on doing that. My only recommendation, I'm going to give you one. I never do this. Long form if you can. Long form for your YouTube, and I think you'll get your watch hours. That would be my only recommendation. You're doing everything spot on.
Yeah.
So amazing.
Yeah. Ellie, anything for Amy before we leave for today?
Thank you for coming on, Amy. I appreciate it. It's been a new perspective. I love that we kind of I feel like I mirrored a lot of your story here. And so that's great. And I hope that other moms and other women sellers, I'm not excluding the men, right? But girl power.
Yeah, girl power. Let's call it out.
I love seeing other women in the reselling space and doing content creation too. I appreciate it. And I hope that you being kind of like a newer reseller really inspires others and lets them know you can still start. You don't have to have been doing this for 20 years. It's not rocket science.
No, definitely
not that. I've been there before. I've designed rockets. I worked on them when I was in the Air Force.
That's awesome.
I worked at NASA.
I'm just a reseller.
I worked at NASA. I worked at I was a jet mechanic for many years. I've done all that. It's not rocket surgery, but it is valuable, and I love everything about the mompreneur, we'll call it, the boss mom, everything about that life. So when I see those folks being successful, I'm a cheerleader from the side. I love it. I'm for everybody. This is a community in practice. I want to remind you guys, if you cannot be good at it. We'll catch you on the next one. Amy, stick around. I got one more question for you offline, and we're going to go ahead and end it there. Until next time.